Welcome back to Trains and Toys with Papa Joe. This week I'm finally going to finish the signal tower that I released a while back. Last week's train trivia, the answer is Franklin D. Roosevelt. This video's train trivia, ceremonial golden spike from the connection of the Transcontinental Railroad is worth what today? Stay tuned for the next video to see the answer. Okay, so this week you're getting pretty much voiceovers for almost everything. I wanted to listen to some music while I was doing this. The camera angle is not the best. I really need to work on figuring out something better, and I apologize for that. I ended up cutting a lot of the video due to you basically seeing the back of my head and not what I was doing. Um, Mixing up a little bit of Tamiya thinner here, and then some silver, steel metallic Vallejo Model Air paint to get the effect that I want on the stairs and the doors. I think it actually turned out really well, better than I was actually expecting. Um, Overall, the model looks decent. I'm trying to get better and better at these things as I go along, so I'm not disappointed at all. I think my biggest issue currently is I'm still new to this. And as I do more and more, I'm going to learn different tips and techniques on how to mix paints better, what brushes to use better. I do think this is better than some of my first two or three models since getting back into modeling. So that's a positive for me. I did show a lot in this video on basically time lapse so that you could see a little bit of what I was doing. It's quite a long process sometimes. I had almost 2 hours of video of basically me painting and doing washes and things of that nature. So the paint I'm actually using is Vallejo Model Air Steel Metallic. I went with the metallic thinking that they might use metal doors, metal stairs. I am going to use a dark wash afterwards um, for this. I'm still kind of torn on what I want to do with the roof. If I want to just weather it and leave it gray, but I just really don't know. The texture of it seems to say that it's a almost like a stone roof, but I really just don't like that. So I think we're just gonna do the chimney black, and then I think I'm just gonna do a really dark, maybe a rust colored wash on it. I will do a wash on the whole building with some black wash and maybe some rust on the doors and the stairs. So let's do some black. Well, see how things come out. Not sure how much I'm going to dilute this black to do the chimney. Probably not at all. And then maybe I should dilute it and then do the roof and see how it looks. And I'm only going to put a couple of drops in there for now. If you notice, so I have a hard time painting sometimes. My hands like to shake. I do the best that I can. And again, this is a beginner channel for beginners. I smoked for many years. I drank for many years. So all those things can affect you. Stress can also affect it. So just be mindful that you're probably going to mess things up, and it's okay to do that. Yeah, I like that nice, dark, thick for the chimney. I am not so worried about getting some on the roof because I can always use thinner to pull that off later anyway. Well, and I apologize to anybody waiting for this video. I know I put out part 1 like 2 months ago. But been a little focused on the training room lately. Now I need to get into building some things because I need to know where they're going on the layout. I could probably do some mock-ups, but I'm not sure I want to take the extra time to mock it all up and then turn around and have to build it anyway. So yeah, that chimney looks a lot better than that weird brown they had. Alright, yeah, I think I'm going to do a diluted black for the roof too. Some thinner. Like I said, beginner. Most of this is just me winging it. No idea really how to do most of this. So I'm kind of learning. Watch a lot of YouTube videos, watch other guys doing the same exact things. But they've probably been doing it a lot longer than I have. Which is okay, because I'm learning from them, and hopefully somebody's learning from me too. See how this goes. Okay, so I'm trying to mix up a wash here that will make the building look not just black dirty, but dust dirty. So I put a drop of umber wash, a drop of sepia wash, and a drop of acrylic rust oxide. And then I've diluted it. I still have two sides left to do the black wash on, but I wanted to see what kind of a dirty brown mixture I'm going to have, or if I want it lighter. I don't know. Might end up just using weathering powders for the dust, which is also acceptable. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that color. I don't know. We'll try a little piece on the back and see how it looks with the black. And if I don't care for it, we'll just do the weathering powder. All right, have we dried enough for me to touch? Yeah. Okay, so I did not care for how that wash turned out, so we're going to use some dirty brown weathering powders. I'm going to do it kind of lightly. If I overdo it a little bit, that's okay. I do have an airbrush that can blow off most of the dust, or weathering powder, however you want to call it. So we're just going to actually, is there some tan over there? I don't know. No, we have yellow, we have grungy gray, mildew. No, we're just gonna, oh, we do have some desert sand. No, that's a bit too yellow. All right. So, we're gonna, so I have a large bristled brush. It's a number 16, and I use it specifically for my weathering powders. You just kind of dip in there a little bit, tap it off, and we're gonna kind of just dust everything. I'm gonna wipe off most of it as I go, and like I said, if I overdo it a little bit, you can always wipe off, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. That was way more than I needed. And this stuff goes everywhere. Just if you're wondering, really only wanted a light dusting. And then I'll do some darker, dirty grime where people walk around at. Alright, so that is way too much. like I said, is okay. We're just kind of making things a little duller. That wash was a little too much black. Kind of like that a little better than I do the black that was on there. So yeah, we're going to keep going with that. Yeah, I definitely like that better than just that black wash. Most people do say when you're weathering things, you want to do multiple elements, or at least multiple colors of however you're weathering. So I did the black wash. Now I'm doing a dusty brown weathering powder. Should blend stuff together. I kind of like it. A little grungy, old signal tower. I'm gonna go ahead and get up and make sure you guys can see this nice up and close. So, not too bad. I like how the roof came out, honestly. A lot better than that plastic plain model. I like how that turned out there too, the little walkways. All right. Well, that is finally it for ye old signal tower. She will find a place on the layout. Again, please comment, constructive criticism, like, subscribe, and have a great week.